Always choose to do what you love to do. But on the other hand, at the same time, also love whatever you're doing at any given moment. And that's something I recently learned and I recently applied in my life. I used to wake up, do the same thing over and over again. That's another thing, switch up your schedule. But I used to do the same thing over and over again and hate myself and hate the people around me. My life was so boring. My life is not what I wanted to be, until I realized I have the power to literally do whatever I want to do. Like, change up your schedule, bro. If you always late to something, if you always late to somewhere, maybe go to bed early. That's what I've been doing. I've been going to bed around like 9:30 the last 2 nights, just because I've been really tired lately, and I've been waking up at 6, and I go to work at 9. So that give me 3 whole hours to do whatever I want to do. And last night I left out my studio equipment because I didn't really start making beats like I thought I wanted to do yesterday. And then I woke up this morning and I looked at it. I was like, maybe I'll just make a video. Maybe I'll just do something different. Like, a lot of the boring things in life are because we're choosing it, and we're choosing to see it that way. One, and we're choosing the same things over and over again. If you want that happiness, if you want that childlike joy, that you used to have, that you still have inside of you, that you haven't tapped into or gave yourself permission to tap into, for a while, maybe days, weeks, or years, switch up your routine, bro. If you're always outside, go inside. If you're always inside, go outside. If you're always with people, maybe spend some time alone. If you're always alone, maybe spend some time with people. And even more to that, like, wherever you live, well, I live in a city, so it's a lot of stores, a lot of places, a lot of trails and stuff in a relatively close area, from where I stay. But wherever you live, whatever you're doing, whatever you chasing, I just want to remind everybody that consistency, yes. They say practice makes perfect. I think everything is already perfect, but that's not what I'm trying to talk about. They say practice makes perfect, and consistency comes with that. I believe I'm great in a lot of areas that I showed a lot of focus, that I showed a lot of consistency to, you know. But now, looking at everything, looking at the large picture, not zooming in on everything all the time, looking at the large picture of everything. There's more to life than anything. There's more to life than a hobby. There's more to life than your these roles that we choose to play: husband, mother, father, son, daughter, all these other things that we think that are just us. It's like, oh, you're a dad, you can't do this, or you're black, you can't do this, or you whatever, you can't do this. It's so much limiting language. There's so much limiting language and so much loser, mentalities that come with a lot of the narrative that gets told today. But even that is a microcosm, because everybody's algorithm don't look the same. Shit, just even me personally, when I actually made a change, I stopped seeing a lot of angry, a lot of rage baiting content, even on my own feed, and as I scroll down our videos or whatever. When I chose not to indulge into that, I saw different on my timeline, and I continue to see different. And that goes for every phase of life, whether it's an algorithm or actually in real life. Like, switch up your routine, bro. I think that's really one of the biggest pieces of advice I could ever give anybody. Switch up your routine, bro, for real. If you always eat this, maybe start fasting. Maybe start intermittent fasting. Maybe chill. Maybe start meditating. If you always stressed, if you always find yourself in these situations that you perceive to be as unmanageable, or it's just the way it is, anything can change and everything can change, but it's all up to you though. But I say that just to say this, man. Have a deep breath, chill, zoom out of whatever situation you so close to. It's like, if I live my whole life looking at this microphone right now in front of my face, I'm gonna miss the grass, I'm gonna miss the birds, I'm gonna miss the air, I'm gonna miss the atmosphere, I'm gonna miss looking up at the moon, I'm gonna miss, all of that. So I say that to say, switch it up, do something different, and always count on yourself to know what's right. Always count on yourself to know what's right, because I know deep down you really do know what's right. and you know how to decipher between the thoughts that somebody else said, something you heard that just keeps ringing on it. That's just a reoccurring thought. You know, we all have them from time to time, but we have the power to say, "All right, this is not healthy. This is not helping me. This is not helping nobody." So I'm going to chill. I'm going to relax. I'm not even going to give any energy or attention to those negative thoughts. And as soon as you do that and you stand firm on it, and it's not about becoming an enemy to those thoughts, it's about creating a soft, safe space inside your mind, inside the whole texture of your life, the whole texture of the terrain of your life. Make it soft, make it smooth, make it comfortable, make everything copacetic, make everything interdependent, you know, not codependent, but interdependent. Everybody serves a purpose. Nobody is worthless. Nobody is hopeless. Nobody is purely evil. At least that, I don't think so. But these are just some of my morning thoughts. I'm sitting here soaking in the sun rays with y'all. Appreciate y'all for watching, tuning in, even if it's for 3 seconds or a millisecond, or if you got all the way down to the end of this video. I love y'all. Stay prayed up, stay affirmationed up, and you're not alone. Peace. Shalom.